Hi, Remnant Church family. I hope you've had a great week. So, if you've been with us on this journey, this is day 4, the last 7 phrases of Jesus, our last 7 sayings of Jesus. And we have Brother Max Kennington coming to us this evening. And he is coming from Matthew 27:46. And this can also be found in Mark 15:34. And it reads, "At about the 9th hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani," and that is, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Let's tune in to Brother Max and hear what he has to say about his verse.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Max Kennington. Just here this morning, I wanted to share something with you guys that God's laid on my heart, and Pastor Frank reached out to me to reach out, and give this to him as well. But today, I just wanted to read out of Matthew 27, verse 46. About the 9th hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is, my God, why have you forsaken me? This verse really speaks volumes to me. It's very powerful whenever you break it down and even read the rest of the chapter to understand the context of what's going on here. Jesus had essentially been through all the persecution at this point. The 9th hour is actually the same hour that Jesus, dies at. And, all before that, chapter 27 will tell you about the persecution, the crown of thorns, people spitting on him, making him carry the cross, and, just treating Jesus horribly, the things that he had to go through, things that as people today we will never, ever have to go through. And, Jesus did it all for us. The weight of every sin that was ever committed sat on Jesus as he sat on that cross during that 9th hour. And, it even brought him to a point for my God, why have you forsaken me? And I know, as Christians today, I can easily admit myself, I've been there. Why do I go through the things that I go through? Why do, these things happen to me? When really I forget the bigger picture. I forget, the whole purpose of this whole thing. It's okay to get distraught sometimes, but you can't forget the purpose. Jesus was there. He, had all of these things going on to him, to a point where he had even thought that God forsaken him, but he did not forget his purpose. At any time, as the people yelled out at him, he could have removed himself from that cross. Miracles could have happened, but he didn't. He didn't forget the bigger picture. And that's things that I have to keep in mind all the time whenever I'm going through things in life. When work gets tough, when, my family isn't doing the best, my friendships aren't going that well, I can't forget the bigger picture. I can't forget that, all of that is for naught if I take my eyes off of Jesus, if you forget, the true purpose of why you're here, for worshiping him and to fulfill, your life through him. It's easy to forget that when things get tough, but it's a little bit easier for me when I think about all the things that Jesus had to go through that day. And on the 9th hour, getting to that point, but he still never forgot his purpose. He knew what needed to be done in order for, us to live the lives that, we chose to live today. And I don't know, it brings me a little bit of peace almost to know, the things that, Jesus was willing to go through, for me. Nobody else, no other, being could ever, endure the things that Jesus did that day and, still choose to, do it for us so that we could spend eternity with him. And, I just think it's important to remember that, a lot of us are going through tough times right now, especially in a lot of the circumstances in today's world. But just don't forget the purpose. Don't forget the bigger picture. Remember what God has in store for your life, and it's great things. In Jesus' name, have a great day, guys.